Welcome to Wednesday's News Moto, brought to you by For Riel. Each week, we partner a moto ride somewhere in Cambodia with updates about what's happening around the country. It's a fun way for you to keep up to date with events in the kingdom. Today's ride takes us to Bakong, a beautiful area 15 kilometres east of Siem Reap town. There are many temples in this area and they are older than Angkor Wat. The ride was recorded last week and there's a video of that adventure. It's a really fun video. I promise you'll enjoy it. There's a link at the end of this video, so please watch it if you haven't seen it already. At For Riel, we donate the money we earn from YouTube to charities in Cambodia. YouTube pays us every month based on the number of views on the ads throughout our videos in that particular month. So by viewing our videos, you're helping us to earn the money. It does add up over time, and we're really happy that we can support great charities in this way. In the description of this and every For Riel video, you will find links to the charities we support. Please check out their websites to find out more about them and donate directly if you'd like. We regularly support Cambodian Children's Trust, Heartprint and Reach. Okay, now the formalities are out of the way, let's get into today's news. It is Wednesday the 12th of June, and today it is all about infrastructure. We get some Japanese high-speed trains, update you on the new airport in Phnom Penh, check in on the new port down in Kampot, inspect some roads, and as always, we finish on a high note with some good news. Royal Railway Cambodia has conducted its first test run of the KA-183 series trains that were recently shipped from Japan. The test run was conducted on the southern Sihanoukville to Phnom Penh railway, and checks were conducted on the wheels, brakes and other aspects of the train. These tests will ensure safety for passengers ahead of the official launch. The KA-183 series DMU can run at a speed of 110 km per hour and will eventually be used on the Phnom Penh to Poi Phet Northern Railway, which will be the first high-speed railway in Cambodia. But don't get too excited. The 382 kilometre high-speed rail project requires an investment of more than $4 billion and will take 4 years to build. We'll be looking out for the opening of the line, and Jeremy is very keen to take the trip. The Prime Minister formally inaugurated the Kampot multi-purpose port, which is owned by Kampot Port Company, situated in the Kampot province's Bakur city. A local private enterprise has invested $140 million. The Kampot multi-purpose port was formerly known as Kampot International Port when it was first started. Indeed, it is still labelled as such on Google Earth. Take a look on there if you're interested in seeing the scale of the development. Despite being a private sector project, the Kampot multipurpose port will enhance commerce and exchange operations, as well as the flow of goods, and contribute to the development of Cambodia's maritime transportation network. This will also support both the socio-economic development of Cambodia and the growth of Kampot's economy. The Kampot multipurpose port will be an additional deep-water port in Cambodia, a significant and contemporary port that will enhance the operations of Phnom Penh Autonomous Port and Sihanoukville Autonomous Port. Moving on to the skies now, the first phase of Techo International Airport construction, which is located in Kandal and Takeo provinces, is now 75.8% completed, so close to 76%, and is scheduled to be put into commercial use within the first half of 2025. The large-scale international Class 4F airport is being built over 2,600 hectares of land. Construction is divided into 3 phases: Phase 1 from 2020 to 2030, Phase 2 from 2030 to 2050, and Phase 3 is from 2050 onwards, so it is a very long-ranging project. In the first phase, though, which is what we're concerned with now, the airport will be capable of handling up to 13 million passengers and 175,000 tonnes of cargo per year. Cambodia's international airports have received 5.1 million air passengers, which is an increase of 115% compared to the same period last year. New paved concrete roads have been completed in the Runta Ek development area. In case you aren't aware, Runta Ek is one of 2 areas where people displaced from the Angkor Archaeological Park in Siem Reap have been located. The other place is called Pek Sneng. The Minister of Rural Development said that the government has been involved directly in developing Runta Ek and Pek Sneng areas. He said that the main roads and arteries have been sealed with concrete and are completely finished. Some subsidiary roads are still being sealed currently, and others will be sealed in stages in the future. Something I didn't realise though, the Pek Sneng development is double the size of Runta Ek. If you've been out to Runta Ek, you will know that it's not small, so being double that size, it's a big development. Both areas are currently seeing a lot of infrastructure construction. This includes connection of water supplies to villagers' homes in Runta Ek and Peaksneng development areas. The Runta Ek area has become a model city for the government that not only planned and developed it in a short span of time, but also built all of the new infrastructure, including roads, sewers, water and electricity connections, schools, hospitals and public markets. The ministry and stakeholders are encouraging new investment and more economic activities in the Runta Ek development area and nearby areas to create jobs and businesses to sustain the livelihoods of the development. At the moment, a lot of people need to travel into Siem Reap town for work, so it would be much better if they could earn money just by staying out locally. This situation hasn't been plain sailing though, and this has been widely reported in the media. But the new development will be a turning point for the displaced families to eventually create a better life. This next story is very triggering. Police from Preah Sihanouk and Battambang provinces worked together and arrested a man and a woman for illegal arms trade and possessing more than 100 weapons and ammunition. A spokesperson of the Provincial Crimes and Investigation Unit in Preah Sihanouk province said that the duo was arrested after attempting to sell a dozen AK-47s and M16 assault rifles to an undercover police officer in Sihanoukville. Just let that sit for a minute. AK-47s and M16s. Okay. After questioning the suspects, police raided a house in Battambang. During the search of the house, they seized nearly 100 weapons, including the AK-47s and M16s, CKC guns, pistols, an assortment of ammunitions, gun magazines, and other related equipment. During police questioning, the suspects also confessed that the seized weapons were purchased over time from different merchants and stockpiled at their house in Battambang province in order to sell them to other people through a secret network. The two suspects are accused of production or trafficking of weapons, explosives and ammunitions under the criminal code and face prison terms of between 5 and 10 years if convicted. Hopefully they are gonna give up their suppliers so the police can scope them out. Svay Rieng police have a lot of beef with detainees. A number of cows have been detained by police and their owners have been called in to ensure that they no longer wander around on public highways. According to the Svay Rieng City Police, 6 cows that were roaming in public places were detained. Apparently they were imprisoned at the administrative yard. Authorities later invited their owners for an education session and a contract was made to stop the cows from any future roaming of the public streets. I wonder if the cows had to dip their hooves in an ink pad and leave their print on the contract. The municipality had previously instructed cattle owners to take care of their livestock properly and had already issued a notice, but some livestock owners still refused to comply, so the authorities decided to arrest and detain the street-walking cows. On a serious note though, cattle roaming public roads do cause accidents, resulting in many injuries and loss of life. But not so the angels of the road, they do continue their good work. A man was rushed to hospital after a dramatic crash in central Phnom Penh. Shocked bystanders said that they saw the man travelling in a northerly direction at high speeds along National Road 5. The man lost control of his vehicle and slammed into a road divider, seriously damaging his vehicle and causing serious injuries. Local authorities moved the vehicle into storage at the Land Traffic Office of the Phnom Penh Municipal Police, waiting for the car owner to come in and deal with it later. It always amazes me that you can speed, lose control and crash, and it seems you don't face any legal punishment. I guess personal injuries and damage to your property are considered to be your punishment in these cases. Now, a small bit of weather news. The rainy season is creeping in, although we haven't had much rain so far in Siem Reap. A low-pressure system covers the Gulf of Thailand, the Kingdom of Cambodia, the Central Mekong Basin and the South China Sea. What does that mean? Well, you can expect some rain and an occasional thunderstorm late in the afternoons. Temperatures will range from 22 to 33 degrees with light winds. Humidity is still quite high, but with the greening of Cambodia, we definitely recommend coming this time of the year. 33 degrees feels a whole lot cooler than 43, let me tell you. Now we have some good news. Following International Children's Day, World Vision International in Cambodia, which is a child wellbeing agency operating in 20 provinces and urban Phnom Penh, released its annual impact report for 2023. Through collaborative efforts with the Royal Government of Cambodia, international development partners, civil society organisations and private sector, World Vision International in Cambodia has significantly improved the lives of over 3.2 million people in Cambodia. This includes 1.5 million children who now have access to clean water, inclusive education, improved nutrition, and accessible healthcare services, among other benefits. World Vision International in Cambodia's school feeding program has had a direct impact on the education sector. With 79,500 children receiving nutritious breakfast meals, the program has significantly contributed to higher school attendance and lower dropout rates. And on that wonderful, healthy note, we have reached the end of this week's news. You're now up to date with all of the most important events in the kingdom. Don't forget to join us on Instagram or Facebook if you'd like updates between videos. As I mentioned at the start of this video, a link to our adventure out to Bakong will be on screen in a moment, so please watch it if you haven't seen it already. Thank you so much for watching this video. Take care, have a great week, and we'll see you very soon.